Every great journey begins with a single step. And at Jesse K. Hospital College of Health Sciences, that step is met with warmth, guidance, and possibility. Here, learning goes beyond the books. It is where future healthcare heroes are nurtured by passionate instructors who believe in their potential. From theory to practice, our healthcare assistant students gain real-world skills in real healthcare settings, preparing them to serve, support, and make a difference from day one. Because at Jesse K. Hospital College of Health Sciences, we don't just teach healthcare, we empower excellence. Admissions are now open for our January and February intakes. Step into your future today. Find us at Blessed House, 5th floor, opposite Garden City Mall. Jesse K. Hospital College of Health Sciences, empowering excellent healthcare.
At Jesse K. Hospital, we understand that a child's smile is priceless. That's why our dental services are tailored with care and compassion to ensure your little ones have the best experience possible. From gentle checkups to specialized treatments, our pediatric dental experts create a safe and friendly environment, making every visit fun and stress-free. Because we believe healthy habits start young. And for the grown-ups, we've got you covered too, with top-notch dental care for the whole family. Visit Jesse K. Hospital today, located in Roysambu, opposite Park University on Lumumba Drive, and experience dental care that's gentle, professional, and family-friendly. Jesse K. Hospital, you first.
Good morning and welcome to the healthyyou program, your trusted platform for health education and wellness promotion. Today, it's an amazing day. As we're culminating the Men's Mental Wellness Month, we are so much excited to be ending it in a style. Here at healthyyou program, just reminding you that this program is powered by Jesse K. Hospital. Just to remind you that Jesse K. Hospital has 3 branches, one in Roysambu, which is the main branch, and there's one coming up that is a level 5, then another one in Juja Farm, a level 3, and Mariaine in Moranga, a level 3 as well. So if you're within those localities and those geographical locations, please get to visit in. Check out and check in their social media platforms. There's a lot of campaigns, a lot of programs, and a lot of services going on. You could benefit from them. So in the same wavelength of concluding the men's mental wellness, what is one thing you're reflecting on as a man? What is that one thing you've been thinking about? What is that one thing that you've learned even from our programs ever since the month began? And today we're going to be ending it in a style. And I'm joined by Dr. Makori. He's going to be introducing himself in a minute, but we're going to be talking about men's health, lifestyle diseases, and general checkups. What is this that you're supposed to be checking as you navigate life? So I want you to remember that many men work tirelessly to provide for their families, to provide for their businesses, to provide for their communities, but neglect their own health. They neglect their own health. So many diseases go unnoticed. Diabetes, hypertension, kidney disease, and many others go unnoticed because they're not screened or seen in good time. So to help us to avoid such occurrences in life is Dr. Makori. We're going to be discussing health screening, prevention, and what checkups should you include in your panel of planning. Karibu sana daktari.
Thank you very much for having me.
Good to have you again.
It's been an exciting 2 weeks. We've been discussing a lot
Amazing.
As pertains to men's health.
Great.
Today we are here just to dig a little bit deeper in the lifestyle diseases that mostly affect men.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. As the discussion continues, I'll try to use a bit simpler language so that our audience can get to understand what we are talking about.
Wow, I'm looking forward to an amazing show. But did you know that hypertension and diabetes, hypertension is known as the silent killer disease, because you might not know, it might not have any symptoms when it's appearing, but deep down, it's affecting you. Diabetes type 2, it will take a very long time before it is diagnosed. But when it is diagnosed, it's already developing into complications. So to avoid such occurrences is why we have this session today. Maybe Dr. just to begin this conversation, you're going to be guiding us through the lifestyle diseases affecting men and what tests should they know. So when we talk about men's health today, what concerns you most as a medical practitioner? What are these things you see in the hospital concerning men?
As a medical practitioner, we've seen a lot of, there's an insurgence of a lot of lifestyle diseases. I think it's because of the shift from rural lifestyle to more urban lifestyle, which are fast-paced and all. And men bear the brunt of this fast-paced life because they have to provide, they're always busy, no time for themselves. But just quick definition of lifestyle diseases. These are diseases that we call them non-communicable diseases because they are not transferable between people, not like infections with colds and stuff. So the most common ones that we have are diabetes. We also have hypertension. Obesity is another issue. We also have, well, just to go further, liver disease, because there's rampant use of alcohol in our society. Just to mention a few, these are the diseases that we'll be mostly dwelling upon.
Wow. Yeah. So it's happening. The fact that it's not transmitted from one person to another through contact. It's still happening because of the kind of life we live. There are many men who are busy, a lot of activity, but deep down their body is lacking. I mean, they're not able to sustain their daily activities to a place where they're healthy. So maybe when we're going a little bit deeper, why are they increasing amongst men, these lifestyle diseases? Because men rarely talk about them. The moment they're talking about it, it's done.
I think just for these non-communicable diseases, I would say we have what we call risk factors. So we classify them into two. They are modifiable risk factors and non-modifiable risk factors. So the non-modifiable risk factors are things just beyond your control. So the most common thing is genetics. If you have a family history of anyone who has these lifestyle diseases, you're more likely at risk. It's not that you'll get it, but you are at a higher risk as compared to someone who does not have a family history of maybe diabetes or hypertension. Then there are now the modifiable risk factors. I think those are what we will dwell on mostly today. So I think the most common one is physical inactivity. For men, people have different careers. There are some jobs that entail you to be stationary. Let's say you're a truck driver. You work in an office, you work in a bank. You will most of the time you will be stationary. And after work, maybe you do not have enough time to exercise because you have to put in the hours so that you can maybe earn more, a little bit more for your family. Even during the weekends, I think that's the time that most people unwind. When unwinding, there are healthy ways to unwind, but that's when most people indulge in excessive consumption of alcohol. Smoking is another major risk factor for these lifestyle diseases. Also, the food that people eat, even during the weekend or even during your week. So most people have the normal diet today is high calorie diet.
Uh-huh.
High calorie diet, mostly comprising of carbohydrates. And as you know, carbohydrates will ultimately be metabolized into glucose, and your body knows only one language when it comes to that. It will just store it as fat. This will increase your chances of heart disease, which can lead to stroke. It will increase your chances of getting diabetes, especially diabetes type 2. And also it will increase your chances of getting hypertension. Yeah.
Wow. So there are many men who are predisposed to these factors. Some you've mentioned that we have modifiable and non-modifiable.
Yes.
And the fact that the non-modifiable ones,
Yes.
the fact that you are predisposed to them does not mean you're going to get it.
Yeah.
But it makes you more risky or prone to getting
so
them.
being aware of that will actually enable you to institute measures that will at least down the line prevent you from acquiring these diseases.
Wow. You also talked about high calorie foods.
Yes, high
many
calorie foods.
men are taking a lot of carbohydrates, especially in the night and during the weekends.
Yes.
You grinded over during the day, and then the night, that's when you want to bring the mountain down.
Yes, tunasema kufinya ugali. I think in the pre-colonial period, so Africans, we had a very specific diet according to our communities, and we also had very different eating habits. So people nowadays, we eat because you're supposed to eat at this particular point. Unafaa ukule lunch, unafaa ukule breakfast. Sapa iko hapo hivyo, wengine wanaongeza dinner katikati. But generally the body was iliumbwa very intelligently. So as Africans, we just used to have maybe 2 meals in a day. And also our meals were very specific. They were very balanced because during the day people used to have fruits. Maybe uko jioni, supper, that's when maybe meat and these other carbohydrates, they used to take them. But now look at our normal diet today. In the morning, you have your loaf of bread, your toast, and some maybe sausages there, bacon, for those who are fancy enough or have a little bit more to offer. So look at these foods. Most of them are deep fried. That's very high fat diet. Your carbohydrates, your bread. Just look at the amount of calories that are there. And also these we call them, they are slow, fast releasing carbohydrates compared to maybe someone who's had breakfast of ndoma and maybe ngwashe. You cannot compare. So by the time we call them insulin spikes. So when you eat a lot of carbohydrates, especially the highly processed ones like bread, mandazi, chapati, and all, within 30 minutes there is a very high spike in your sugar levels, which will stimulate the release of insulin, and it also leads to early satiety. So after you'll be satisfied for a moment, but once the insulin spike has occurred, you'll get hungry again. And you'll have to eat. So these constant spikes in insulin in your body are what lead to these diabetes.
Great. You know, there are many men who that are aware of such risk factors.
Yes.
They're aware of the diseases available that they might be able to contract or even develop over time.
Yes.
But why do many men only seek medical care when complications have already developed?
I think it's more of a cultural thing. Ile yenye tunasema mwanaume ni kujikaza. Sometimes they might be too busy. Sometimes also it might be just we say ignorance is not defense. Is not admissible in court. But some people are just ignorant about it. So
a lot of ignorance. They know, but now I'm busy. Let me just get back. If it gets too serious, then I'm going to get there.
Unajikaza until you feel a symptom. Maybe you have a constant headache every time you're going to the washroom for a short call after every few minutes. Those are not things that you should ignore. I think if it were women, the slightest change in their health status they go seek help in hospital. So that will point out towards poor health-seeking behavior when it comes to men. Yes.
Doc, we've talked about the upsurge in the lifestyle diseases, especially
Yes.
in this age, due to maybe the changes we've seen in diet, the risk factors that we've been disposed to. But what are these key tests and screenings every man should know about to detect the conditions early?
So there are several tests that we normally do. I think the most basic test that we can do is just you should at least have a full hemogram, because you might be anemic. Also ask yourself, how many people know their blood group? Something as simple as that is important, because you never know, you might need a transfusion one day and haujui blood group yako. So it a lot of issues. So that's just a full hemogram for once. Then there is blood pressure measurements. So for blood pressure, we recommend at least for a healthy person, pop into the hospital at least after every 3 months. Check your pressure. If there is a small dispensary chemist around there, when you're free taking a stroll, just pop in there. Wambie, you want to get your blood pressure measured. Some will charge, even though I know it's not a lot of money. Maybe you'll spare that 50 shillings, but it will go a long way. So, yes, I think that's mostly for hypertension. Then when we go for diabetes, there are several tests that we normally do. The most common one that is readily available is random blood sugar test. So there are normal cutoff values. So if your sugars, your random blood sugar should be somewhere between 4 to around 7 or 7.5 there. But 4 to 8 is an acceptable good number, because I assume when the test is being done, it's being assumed that you've not eaten. So you might have your soda, then pop into the hospital, and I do a random blood sugars. Your sugars will be up there. But because of that, that's why we have other tests when we're screening for diabetes, especially diabetes type 2, which is the one that's more associated with our lifestyles. Then after that, if we notice something from your random blood sugar, or you exhibit the symptoms of diabetes, the symptoms of diabetes, we just call them the P's. So there is polyuria. Polyuria is going to the washroom for a short call several times. Polydipsia, which is excessive thirst. Then there is polyphagia. You are always feeling hungry. So if we notice something there, we might do fasting blood sugar. So we assume, I think medically we define a fast because by the time you eat something, by the time it is expelled from your body, the gastric transit time is around 4 hours there. So a good fast is between around 12 hours. So maybe as a doctor, I'll tell you from midnight, do not take anything. Come to the hospital in the morning at 7. Those will be a good 6 hours. Then I'll do a fasting blood sugar. So it is more specific because it shows me how your body is able to control the insulin and lower down your sugars over a shorter period of time. But if I'm also not satisfied with that, I'll go to a more specific test, which is the HbA1c. So hemoglobin is a pigment in your blood that also we call it glycosylation. Yeah. So I'm avoiding the medical jargon. Yeah. But glucose adheres to hemoglobin, then transported around your body. So I'll do it's called a HbA1c. So you see HB, so hemoglobin. A1C, that's glucose there. So I look at the levels of HbA1c in your body. So this one is more specific because it will give me a good picture of your sugar control over a period of, let's say 3 months. So that way I'll be able to diagnose and say that this is really diabetes. Then moving forward, there are also other tests. I'll do a lipid profile because I also have to counsel you and advise you because the first step when managing diabetes, it's lifestyle changes and dietary modifications. For some people, you can actually reverse it at that stage if maybe the person was obese, but for some people now you'll have to institute other measures, which is now pharmacotherapy, madawa sasa hivi. So depending on the severity, we can use their medications, oral medications that you take through your mouth. If we are unable to control it at that, now that's when we do insulin replacement therapy. But insulin replacement therapy is a method of last resort, and mostly in diabetes type 2, because diabetes type 2 is mostly due to your cells are unable to, the receptors on your cells are unable to take glucose from the blood. So we call it insulin insensitivity. You're producing insulin, yes, but it's not able to go to the organs or be taken into the organs that metabolize glucose, which is mostly your muscles and your liver. That's why you are advised to exercise your muscles and increase your insulin sensitivity. Yes.
Profound. Think that was in depth. We've taken a deep dive from the different tests for checking.
I think
diabetes.
there are others maybe that we haven't gone through.
We will be able to go through them. Looking at hypertension.
Yes.
Why is it important for a man to regularly get to check that, and what does it look like?
Yes. So a general definition of hypertension is elevated blood pressure. According to the World Health Organization, it's elevated, systemically elevated blood pressures. The cutoff point, we have if you look at how blood pressure is measured or recorded, you see there are two values. So there is the upper value and there is the lower value. So the upper value, we call it the systolic blood pressure, and the lower value, we call it the diastolic blood pressure. So the normal blood pressure is about 120/80. That's just an average. It's an average that has been calculated, but although it might vary according to population, different populations have different cutoff points. But I think for us in Kenya, we use the WHO standards, World Health Organization standards, which define hypertension as systemically elevated blood pressures, which the cutoff point is 140, that's the upper value, and 90, the lower value. So if your blood pressure is above 140/90, that's when I can I'll say that you are hypertensive. It also does not mean that because sometimes you might be anxious or you're in pain and you visited the hospital. Also pain will increase the blood pressure. So that's why we recommend at least 3 readings on different occasions. Also, when you're going to measure your blood pressure in hospital, just walk in, relax a little bit, because there's also what we call white coat hypertension, whereby you see the doctor in a white coat and you're freaking out, you're anxious, and your blood pressure will obviously go up. So go to hospital, relax for 5 minutes, then get your blood pressure measured, and you'll be okay. It's also that we call it the silent killer disease, because it shows no symptoms. until the symptoms come.
And when they come now,
And when they come now, we know that that we call it end organ damage.
Oh.
And the damaged organs are mostly your brain, your kidneys, and your heart, mostly.
no, I met an experience during one of our outreaches
Yes.
in Rio.
Yeah.
We measured this man. The blood pressure spikes to around 200.
Yes.
Then you're telling this guy, this is urgent, you're supposed to go to the hospital. He says, everybody has pressure. Everybody has pressure. Don't you? Then he even asked me, don't you have pressure?
Now that's a typical man.
And then all of a sudden I thought it would change him. He was a police officer.
Yes,
So he just takes his gun, then he goes back to where he was seated. I'm like, this guy doesn't know what is happening now.
I think that's the point that we call it. No, we'll just say that's ignorance, because you walked into a hospital and a health outreach. Someone has noted something and you choose to ignore.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because of the pressures of life. Also, it could be just poor understanding. That's why education and programs like this are important to educate people on the dangers of high blood pressure and other lifestyle diseases that affect us today. Yes.
So they need to check. And are there chances of developing into stroke in case? What are the complications associated with not checking your blood pressure in time?
Yeah, so for blood pressure, as I've said, there are several life-threatening complications that can occur. Also, these lifestyle diseases do not exist in a vacuum. So if you're diabetic, the chances of you being hypertensive are also high. The chances of you developing kidney and liver disease are also very high. Yes. So when it comes to maybe hypertension and stroke, it's the most feared and the most urgent complication when it comes to elevated blood pressure. So there are several types of strokes. So, but I will generally classify them into three. So there's ischemic stroke. Then there is what we call a transient ischemic attack. So these, I will call it more of a mini stroke, because something happens but it resolves over time. So a patient might come in with severe symptoms of stroke, but after a few hours or a few days, they're back to normal. So then the last one is an hemorrhagic stroke, which is most commonly found when it comes to elevated blood pressure. So a hemorrhagic stroke is generally some of those blood vessels in your brain we'll call it bursting, and it will bleed into your brain. And the sequel down the line is that your skull has a fixed volume, and there will be chemical changes that will occur, and the brain might start to swell in a limited space. Yeah. So now you'll start experiencing what we call the pressure symptoms. So pressure symptoms are you have nerves that come all the way from the brain and supply different parts of your body. So depending on where the stroke has occurred, if there is a nerve that is being compressed or that particular area in your brain that controls maybe your arm, you'll experience weakness. Yes, on one side you might see someone's face being asymmetrical, like one side they're unable to open the mouth, one eye they're unable to open. You might lead even to paralysis. It occurs in just one side of the body. So dealing with a hemorrhagic stroke is more dramatic as compared to the other two. The other two occur especially, we call it the ischemic strokes. So in your blood vessels, let's say you are obese, and then your cholesterol levels are high.
So maybe doc, we can pick that from that exact point. You're obese, then your blood vessels are high in the second segment. I see your time is well spent, so that we give our viewers sometimes they can get to ask a few questions. You have never gone to check your blood pressure. You've never gone to check your blood sugars. How can you be able? What question do you have to doc concerning your men checkup and screenings? What are some of the tests you'd like to know more about, or what some of the biases or myths and misconceptions that do not have an understanding on? Doc is going to be covering them in the second segment. So until then, Stay tuned. Keep sending in your questions. Thank you.
Every great journey begins with a single step. And at Jesse K. Hospital College of Health Sciences, that step is met with warmth, guidance, and possibility. Here, learning goes beyond the books. It is where future healthcare heroes are nurtured by passionate instructors who believe in their potential. From theory to practice, our healthcare assistant students gain real-world skills in real healthcare settings, preparing them to serve, support, and make a difference from day one. Because at Jesse K. Hospital College of Health Sciences, we don't just teach healthcare, we empower excellence. Admissions are now open for our January and February intakes. Step into your future today. Find us at Blessed House, 5th floor, opposite Garden City Mall. Jesse K. Hospital College of Health Sciences, empowering excellent healthcare.
Welcome back, our viewer, to healthyyou program. This is where you stay informed in matters health, to lead healthy lives and to also lead successful lives. Thank you so very much for the people who've supported us over the years and for tuning in. We are so much proud of you choosing not to be ignorant, but to learn. We began this conversation on men's health, lifestyle diseases, and general checkups, and what are these things you need to do. And Doc has been able to decode it for us in terms of hypertension, diabetes. And in this second segment, we're going to be covering just a little bit more on in terms of obesity, kidney health, and as well get to answer your questions. Remember to send in your questions. We are also so much glad to answer them. Thank you so very much. I can see there are very many people watching here. Let me just acknowledge a few. I can see Sir Steven Masharia on Facebook. Thank you so much for joining. Sir Kevin, my friend, is telling me, is also watching. Sir Enoch also watching and loving the show. Thank you so very much, even for the people who've been able to support us over the years. Finally, this week, I've been announcing this for quite some time. Finally, this week, our anniversary is here. Is it this Friday? I'm sure if you've not marked your calendar, you are wasting time. So mark your calendar this Friday. We have our anniversary coming up on 3rd. And I'm going to be very glad seeing you there, as well as getting your support. You can support us through subscribing through the various channels we are available in, and get as much content or value as it comes due. Maybe, Doc, we can take this conversation a little bit higher.
Yes.
We posed that obesity contributing to hypertension, or is it hypertension contributing to obesity? Let's build it up there.
So from there, I think obesity, there is a definition. As I said, we use the WHO standards. So there's what we call body mass index. It's your surface area compared to your weight. By surface area, we use your height compared to your current weight. So, but it was found out that it is not as accurate as thought to be. So that's when there's what we call truncal obesity, and that's where the amount of, let's say, fat that is deposited around your belly has been shown to be a more potent indicator or predictor of diabetes, you developing diabetes and hypertension and other lifestyle diseases. So that's why these two tests go hand in hand. They are very basic tests. All you need is a weighing scale and a tape measure. So we say that the normal average human being should be 72 kgs, but that is a European assumption, and that's why the truncal obesity and also measuring the waist circumference is important when it comes to diagnosing obesity. Also, there is the lipid profile, which is the cholesterols, the triglycerides, the amount in your body, because when they are deposited in your blood vessels have the capacity to contract and relax, and that is a primary method of control of blood pressure. So when your blood pressure is high or your demand for oxygen is high, so what your body will do is that, let's say, for example, you're exercising. That's why sometimes you see when you exercise, your veins will be more prominent as compared to, because your body is trying to beef up the supply to your muscles. So that's what we call compliance of blood vessels. So when you're obese, your triglycerides are high, your cholesterol is high, it will be deposited along the walls of these blood vessels. And what this will do, it will change the compliance or interfere with the compliance of your blood vessels. They will not be able to contract and relax, and that will lead to, because they will harden, that will lead to high blood pressure, because your body will have to work extra hard to pump your heart. Will have to work extra hard so that it can pump blood through these narrowed and non-compliant blood vessels. That's how it leads to hypertension.
Profound.
Yes.
I'm finding this quite interesting because of the interrelation.
Yes.
And one risk factor leading to another.
Yes.
So if you avoid this,
Yes.
you might get this.
You'll avoid a lot of problems down the line.
And that's why we are promoting screening.
Yes.
And these are available at JCK.
Yes, they are available at our hospital. There are several packages you can pop in at any time, and we'll get you tested.
Do you take cash pay as insurance?
Both. We take cash, insurance, even I'm not sure if SHA is covering that.
For civil service, I think it does.
Yes.
People under PMSF, the police, teachers,
yes,
they have a whole screening package.
That's very good. Yeah.
So you're welcome as a viewer. You want to be checked. That's simply, we have packages from as low as 2,000 shillings, 9,000 shillings, 15,000 shillings, and that will save a lot of...
Yeah, it will go a long way into helping you down the line.
Oh, profound. You're also using insurance from you're using different insurances. You have MTN, you have MUA, you have CIC, you have Madison. You could as well get to benefit. Equity insurance, you could also get to benefit from that. Maybe I see our time is well spent.
Yes.
We can just cover a few questions. Yes. I mean, a number of questions, then we'll be able to see if we'll be able to go to liver health.
Oh, okay.
There's someone asking here, good morning, doc. My husband says hospitals are for sick people. How do I deal with that?
I think it's a misconception. Hospitals are not for sick people. They are primarily because prevention is better than cure. So it's just that the sick will ultimately go to hospital and it will be associated with that. But as we said, prevention is better than cure. So you can talk to him nicely and tell him maybe to tune into our program, and he will learn a lot about men's health and why you should go to hospital even when you're not sick.
Wow.
Yes.
Somebody said that everybody is sick until diagnosed not sick. So the only way you know you're healthy is when you visit a health facility.
Yes, exactly.
Profound. This is Kim from Kabete, a 32-year-old, and I've started getting headaches almost every day. Is it something that should make me worried?
Yeah, it should worry you. Although headaches could be of many different causes. It could be that you're anemic, maybe your blood levels are low. There are sometimes, we call it headache of unknown origin, just happens like that. But as pertains to our program today, constant headaches and visual disturbances are a common indicator of hypertension.
Wow.
So he should actually go to hospital where tests will be done and the cause will be found.
Wow. I think you've also answered that question. There's somebody was asking if eyesight is related.
Yes.
So that answer has also been able to. Somebody is asking, my uncle collapsed last year suddenly and passed on, but he looked healthy all through. Please insist on men getting checkups always. Thanks for the show.
Yes.
So Lillian from Thika, is a pot belly just fat, or is it a sign of something serious? Asking for my husband.
I think
Pot belly no kitambi.
ni kitambi.
Wow.
I think it's a common misconception. I think it also goes to our culture. It's associated pot belly is associated with stature, having money, doing well for yourself. But in essence, it's an indicator of disease. So if I was to explain what a pot belly is, so you have your frame and the different layers of your muscles. So a pot belly is just fat being deposited around the belly below the skin, which will predispose you to diabetes because fat cells are not sensitive to insulin. Yeah, so it will predispose you to heart disease, it will predispose you to diabetes, kidney disease. So a pot belly is not an indicator of doing well, but a very unhealthiness.
Wow, fantastic. Somebody is asking here, I find this question quite interesting. My husband falls asleep immediately after supper every day. I think he's not okay, but he's not saying. Could that mean something is wrong? Quinta from Umoja.
No, that's a very interesting question. He might be just tired from the day's work.
Immediately, anazima.
Also, people have different sleeping habits, so I wouldn't look so much into it, not unless there are other issues. So maybe I will ask, what's his weight? Does he drink? That's why he comes and gets a blackout immediately. Maybe there could be very many reasons, but also I would ask even if they snore, because also snoring causes hypertension. If you do not know.
I didn't know.
Yes, it does cause.
Oh, interesting. So there's a lot of things. If he could visit, or if she can make him visit a health center,
yeah, it will be
very helpful. Newton is asking, I'm in my late 40s. My urine has been very foamy lately, but no pain anywhere. Is that normal?
It's not normal. So foamy urine is a general indicator of urinary tract infections or also sexually transmitted diseases. So I think he should go to hospital, do a urinalysis. It's also part of our men's package, where you'll be treated with antibiotics, and with time it will resolve. It could also be an indicator of also prostate disease, because there sometimes obstruction can occur, and the urine that remains behind and is not emptied forms culture for bacteria. Bacteria thrive, and you'll develop urinary tract infections. And urinary tract infections start from down there up to your kidneys. And we are more worried, and it's more difficult to treat urinary tract infection that has reached the kidneys. Yeah. Which down the line, the urinary tract infection in the kidneys play a big role in regulation of blood pressure, which might lead to, you never know, hypertension again.
Wow. Somebody else is asking, my father stopped taking his BP medication because he said he felt better. I know he is watching. Talk to him, please, Aaron.
So Aaron, I think one of the when treating these lifestyle diseases, especially hypertension and diabetes. So initially people seek help because they experience certain symptoms related to the disease. And maybe you were given some medications and maybe given a clinic schedule for regular checkups. And after some time, it's because of these medications that you've been given or the advice that you're given by your health practitioner or your doctor that is actually working to regulate this blood pressure. So we usually have a common, it's so common, it's actually more common than you think, especially for people who have been diagnosed with hypertension. The reason why they develop the severe symptoms down the line is because they fail to adhere to these medications. It's not that it's the also people stop medications completely, and I would like to advise our viewers that you should only stop your blood pressure medications with the advice of your doctor. Don't just do it by yourself. Yes.
Seek medical attention.
Yes.
Seek expert consultation.
Yes.
The last one, does high blood pressure affect eyesight as people grow older? I think the age factor. All of a sudden, my mom haoni.
It is true. So generally, your blood pressure, if your blood pressure is increased, so we have some organs in your body that we call them, they have microvasculature. So these organs have, just to define it further, very small blood vessels. And the smaller the blood vessel, the weaker the wall. And maybe when the pressures are up, it will, they will maybe burst or something, for lack of rupture. Yeah, they will rupture. So when this happens, especially this mostly occurs in your kidneys. We have very small blood vessels. In your brain, you have very small blood vessels. Also in your eyes, you have very small blood vessels. So that increased blood pressure will lead to increased intraocular pressure, which will lead to other things down the line. Also, when there is especially comorbidity between diabetes and hypertension, there could be opacity of the lens. That's what we call glaucoma, which is related to diabetes and hypertension.
Wow.
Yes.
Maybe the doc, as we coming to a close, I see what time is well spent. You can just share what are 5 tips that men can, or 5 things men can do daily just to maintain a healthy lifestyle.
So the first thing that we usually advise people is number 1, stay active. Have a healthy diet. Go back to your roots as pertains to diet. Avoid heavily processed foods. The third thing that I would advise men to do is avoid alcohol and smoking. Alcohol has been shown to be a major risk factor, and smoking in a lot of diseases. Actually, when it comes to smoking, when it comes to the causes of any cancer that exists, smoking is always
number one predisposing
factor on the list. The fourth thing that I would advise men to do is regular checkups. Check up, go to a hospital, any dispensary around you. Get your blood pressure measured, get your sugar levels measured. Sometimes even at JCK, there's some medical camps that we offer, maybe even free prostate screening. We do all of that. Get it checked up. And also, the last thing is change your health-seeking behaviors. Do not ignore a sign until it becomes too late. As we say, prevention is better than cure.
Prevention is better than cure.
And cheaper.
And prevention is cheaper, then it's better than cure.
Yeah.
Maybe your parting shot as we come to a close.
Yeah, so it's been an exciting three episodes that we've gotten to talk about men's health. Maybe we haven't exhausted everything that we might have wanted to exhaust, but I'm sure our viewers, you've learned a lot from these 3 episodes. And specifically to men, let's change our health-seeking behaviors. Go get screened in hospital, and don't ignore those signs.
Wow.
Thank you for having me.
Go seek medical attention. Don't ignore those signs.
Yes.
Change your health-seeking behavior. So you're a man out there, you've been wondering, oh, it's not manly going to a hospital. It's not manly for you to go and communicate that you do not feel unhealthy, but you want to be checked. It's prevention. If you can stay longer, then you can impact your life even better. If you can stay longer, then you can impact your business even better. If you can stay longer, you can even, your children are going to see you even better. So don't cut your life short by being ignorant. Don't cut your life short by not seeking your medical care. Sometimes the things you need to just be checking out are free of charge. Some of these, I talked about diet, he's talked about exercise, he's talked about avoiding drug and substance abuse. He's not saying that he's not going to be available, he's just saying you can avoid them as well. So get to also create, I mean, we talked about supportive communities. Yes. Are the groups you're in, the communities you're in, encouraging you to seek medical attention? And there's also given you a remedy that these services are available at JCK Hospital. There's a men's wellness package. Should you be a cash payer? Should you be an insurance user? Should you be a civil servant? You can easily do that. It's free of charge. Imagine, insurance has made provisions for you. Just go and check. Does your cover have that particular package? Then come and check which package in our hospital aligns with your money. Then get checked. You can even take a family wellness package. Come with your wife, come with your children, let them get checked. With screening, with better screening and early in good time, you're going to enable you not to develop any conditions or any complication that might lead you to cut your life short. So thank you so very much for getting this knowledge. Don't just get this knowledge and throw it into the bag or under the bus. Use it for your general use. So remember, this Healthy You program where you stay informed to lead healthy lives and successful lives. And this Friday, we're having a date with you. I hope you're going to be there. We're going to be at Blessed House for the anniversary. Have you grabbed yourself a table? And our college, as we conclude, is still recruiting students for the nursing, certified nursing assistant program and caregiving. If you'd like to join that particular program, please just see our numbers in our social media platforms, and we're going to be very much glad to have you. There are very many opportunities available for them, and we're still enrolling for them, and we are also opening an avenue for them to learn foreign languages. So that is a good package. I'm looking forward to interact with you on Friday, as well as in the different platforms available, our hospital, our college. And should you see any of us, don't forget to say hi. So to this end, that was our time. Till next time, adios.
At JCK Hospital, we understand that a child's smile is priceless. That's why our dental services are tailored with care and compassion to ensure your little ones have the best experience possible. From gentle checkups to specialized treatments, our pediatric dental experts create a safe and friendly environment, making every visit fun and stress-free. Because we believe healthy habits start young. And for the grown-ups, we've got you covered too, with top-notch dental care for the whole family. Visit JCK Hospital today, located in Roysambu, opposite Park University on Lumumba Drive, and experience dental care that's gentle, professional, and family-friendly. JCK Hospital. You first.